Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. I got my boy Costa The Creator, Ash, and my name is Mellow. Or you can call me Tavranangwe Motsi, my government name. And we're just saying. Disclaimer. We're not pastors, we're not psychiatrists, psychologists. We are not professionals in any of these topics. We're just three grown-ass men. We're not your mother, your father. I think it's better if you ask them because they're the guys that maybe are best to give you real advice, real life advice. We're just three grown-ass men just sitting around the table having some drinks. We're just saying. Today's episode is a bit a touchy one, so I will not lead. I'll let Ashley take over this one. It's about
anyway, it's okay because every episode you start saying, "I cannot lead." Next episode, you're the one who's leading.
The next episode I'll lead, no problem. But this one, this is a bit touchy. It's about me time in marriage.
Yeah.
What do you think about me time in marriage? Yeah, is it a thing? Is it important? Because when I was growing up, I was told that when two become one, man.
Yeah.
Ash, what do you think?
Yeah, hey, you know what? Two become one, you're very right. Your decisions, you can't just make unilateral decisions in the house and expect that you won't get resistance if you don't talk about it. But me time is important. The way I see it is because you have nothing to offer if you yourself are empty. So what happens is that in a relationship, if you become one, some of the things you have to do together, you have to keep doing together because that's what makes the marriage solid. But you have to have your own space as a guy, and she has to have her own space as a woman to do the things that she needs to do. It's also a good thing so that staying with someone is not easy.
What?
It's not easy because you came from where you came from.
You don't say.
You came from where you came from here, and you picked up bad habits when you were growing up, and she picked up her own habits, and some things you have to unlearn. In terms of your toilet behavior, the way even
skip.
like I'll tell you something as simple as this. For years in my life, I always slept on the right side of the bed, even on my own bed. But when I got married, I got pushed over to the other side
because you are not the right person.
You get my meaning. So
that's me.
Yeah. So man. No, so yes, you become one, but that you keep to yourself, that you must that you must do for yourself in order to be a better husband, in order to be a better wife. Because we for example, absence sometimes makes the heart grow fonder. You can't always be together 24/7. You end up
deep.
No, for real, it does. Because kana muri mese 24/7
I think it also depends because you know, I bet you a lot of people getting married now. Like, there's this whole big rural functions and what. But when you look at the numbers of people getting divorced, it's quite scary. You know, it almost feels like there's a competition between the number of people getting married and the number of people getting divorced.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that. That's a great meme right there.
Things are just balancing each other out.
And I feel like I used to be one of those people where, and for me, I blame religion because that's how you're just taught. Where it's like, how can you say you want time by yourself. Why?
Without
no D. How can you, like, what's that extra time for? You should be with your wife, and I feel like you're right to some extent. You suffocate that relationship. You lose that excitement kekuda kuonana
that mystique, that level of I missed you. When would you say I missed you then?
And even just the fact that people develop into something else, as we grow to chimachu and whatnot, I feel like if someone has a chance to go out and be exposed to zvinhu, the quality of person that you're getting gets better.
Yeah. And you're very right. Because I have my marriage.
Now go on, Ash.
No, I was saying that in my marriage there was there's an uncle of mine. I shall not mention any names. But he gave me a piece of advice. He was like, when you get married, Zuguru, love your wife, love her to death, but also choose a day that's yours. Whatever day you choose, doesn't matter if it's Tuesday, fine, it's your day. But choose a day where you do things for you that you like to do. Zisina muri. Because that will keep you sane as a man. Because men have a natural tendency of rebellion towards kunzi, ndugu control.
Yeah.
Mumbao. It's natural. It's that one. Don't even get it twisted. Murumu say has it because it's like because his friends are gonna be talking about it like but have you nigga? I was good even your own relatives would say things like that.
Yeah. Even my offside down tongue akwand.
Yeah,
they won't say it, but they'll say it.
They'll say it. So you getting that day, you getting that day, and almost stamping it in as like. Whether you like it or not, you're not really saying it, but you're implying it to say, listen, I just need some time away. Not kuti, I'm going to do weird things or whatever. It's just, I need to talk to Costa about stuff I can't talk to you about, really, really like men stuff. Like, Costa, how do you do this?
But panoneta now, because if Costa if Costa's single, and also the perception of Costa in your wife's eyes.
It dodgy at best.
You see now.
I think for me, approach.
Where did you draw the line?
Where
did you draw the line
in terms of me time?
When it comes to that me time? Like you already mentioned, I'd
go on holiday by yourself
on finances because that's my me time.
Would you go on holiday by yourself?
Going on
me time.
By myself, like me.
Yeah, and you're married.
I would love to.
What?
Yes.
Do you want to take that
back? You see now.
No. I'm saying. What you say?
But
you say would you?
I'm not going to take it back.
Okay, but would you though?
I'm not going to take it back. And my wife has also done the same before.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess that's your.
That's
culture.
your guys. That's your relationship.
I haven't, but I would love to. Yeah. And I have no problem with it. Even my wife has done it before. I have no problem with that. But what I'm trying to say is...
Where do we draw the line?
Where do we draw the line? Because
when it comes
I like what Costa mentioned, religion. My first marriage counselor was a pastor for my church.
And what's my first marriage?
He drew...
But about my
first marriage. First marriage counselor. No, first marriage counselor. Yeah. Then anyway, so I asked him this kind of questions because I got married like later on in my life. I was 35. So I was now a bit more brave enough to ask certain questions. So in the counseling session, I'll be that asshole that would put up his hand and question almost everything. So one of them was like, he says, she can't have male friends and I can't have lady friends. You gotta have family friends.
Right.
So if Ashley is my wife's friend, she's gotta introduce Ashley to me, and he becomes our friend. So I put on my hand. I'm like, I don't think that works because whoever, let's say it's Talia, because Talia is actually my friend and I've known her for 20 years. Won't I be like imposing a relationship, to her? And at times I just like hanging with Talia and talking up to just this thing. She gets me as a fellow creative. And this is a true story. Talia is Ashley's wife. She gets me as a creative. So sometimes we can sit for hours and just talk as creatives, discussions that I can't talk to my wife about, not because she doesn't understand it, but it's just a different, I don't know how to explain it.
I think it depends. I think it depends.
Of some sort.
I get where religion
and to me, that's
comes
my me
from.
time. When I take a drive and go to Ashley's house and we just chill and we start talking nonsense, then I go back home. But it doesn't mean it doesn't make any less of my wife.
I think for me, it
but
depends.
my pastor then said, no, your wife is your best friend. She's the one you do those discussions with.
I think it's a bit of a complicated issue because one, it becomes a problem if you spend more time with these female friends than your wife.
Yeah.
Your conversations are longer than the ones that you have with your wife. I think there are some issues that need to be addressed.
So as me time is important for both ends, right? I can't expect for me when my wife and she's with her friends and her sisters to be there. No, it's not. That's not how it works.
It's a me time.
It's her me time. She's talking to the people that she wants to connect with, and she probably may want to complain about me, which is okay.
Yeah.
And she can't do that all the time. And also sometimes people just want to vent to say, but you're sometimes
you're just venting.
You'll be asking yourself, well, is that a normal situation? And then you even get time to reflect. How do you get time to reflect if you're always together all the time? I believe that the thing that kills most relationships sometimes is suffocation. Suffocation to the extent you're going to
death by suffocation.
Death by suffocation. You don't let it breathe at all. This thing just dies. You love it to death. It's like
I love it to death.
You know that thing with kids.
You're throwing some germs, man.
No. You know that thing with kids. There's a condition, the bunny condition or something like that. Where little kids, like a toddler, ukampa a small animal, because she doesn't understand pressure on the small little animal. Fragileness. Anokwanisa uraya a little baby animal, whatever it is she's holding. Not because she doesn't love it. She's loving it too much, so it's suffocated. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same kind of condition where you put too much. Yeah, it is. Lots of my sister did it when she was younger. She killed a little chicklet.
I totally agree with you, Ash. You need and talking of venting, sometimes like I vent out a lot. It's not exactly because you do not love the person you're with.
No.
Sometimes, like you said, I don't know how to best explain it without getting into trouble. But let's say we're just talking about chicks and our chicks are just useless. Sometimes you just want to talk like that.
Something's happening to your sound.
It doesn't mean that you don't think your wife is intelligent. But it's just a moment. Like my wife goes out with her girlfriends and they just talk about how men are useless. It's just it's just talk. It's entertainment. Men are useless. They're horrible. I wish we were single, man. Yeah, pop bottles. You just release.
I don't know about that. But I feel like now me time is not necessarily
like in a jokey way,
I don't think it's necessarily chilling with other men. It's like I know in the previous episodes, the time we spoke about personal development. It could be time you spend doing something like that. Maybe it's just going to attend a seminar or
like painting.
Or hobby.
Men's seminar.
No, but the thing, does it necessarily have to be a woman
February
free
14,
zone?
we're going.
It doesn't necessarily have to be.
Is that where you're going?
It doesn't
have to be
a woman free zone.
Totally exclusive. Okay.
It could just be that. It could just be you with your paintbrush or on the golf course.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. So.
Speaking of which, there's
I get you. I've heard my wife. My wife says this every now and again, where she's like, mommy needs a break, and she just wants to just go away and hang out.
Yeah.
And I never used to understand that, because I'd be like, you work from home and I'm always away from home, so it's not like I'm in your space. You know what I mean? But now that we're older in the relationship, I get it. Just her being at home, to her is that it feels like she's suffocating, because that's where she is every day.
Yeah.
So when she says break, she just means dressing up, doing her makeup, hanging out on TikTok, and then maybe just taking a drive or going to see her auntie or sister, and it's that break.
Even just going
that she
for
just
lunch
needs, where
with
it's her me
friends.
time.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, because it makes us in my own opinion, it makes us better people. Just being away from each other for a little bit, but it shouldn't, like my uncle said, it's not, you do it in a way that your partner knows that's what you're doing. You get it? It's not like you're saying to some surprise. No, ndakuita me time from Norway. No. Every week.
It's not like
every
because
week.
That's rebellion.
Yeah, every Friday, and then I like to go out with my friends. I just wanna unwind.
It should be mutual, because the thing is, and also diplomatic, because if I just stamp down and say this is my day, you can't say anything about it. I think it has to be more of, we both should have, time to just unwind, do other things, find other hobbies and passions or whatever, relax with friends. So you get your time. And if you've got kids, then maybe the day, it doesn't have to be the same day. It could be different days.
Definitely.
So that there's someone covering.
Yeah, it can be different days.
The kids or whatever.
Yeah.
What about rules?
Yeah.
If she's going to have hers, and you have yours, should there be rules to say, okay?
I think there might be just maybe one fundamental one. Don't go and sleep with anyone during this time.
So we can do everything else except the final act.
No, don't be technical.
Are you guys still talking about? Are you guys still talking about me time?
Yeah.
Or open relationship. Hey, I'm lost here.
No, we just say what are the rules and regulations of me time? What are the T's and C's? And when do they apply?
I don't think there should be rules. But if you love somebody, you have to respect that person. So with whatever you're going to be doing, I think.
Some people who genuinely believe that. I had a discussion with someone, and he was giving me the pros of being of not being monogamous.
Right.
And in a marriage, saying no, but the old guys used to do it. And
they used to have
polygamy. So you can say, they're not rules, but I think they should be, because you can genuinely love your wife and feel all the emotions that go with it, and genuinely love someone else too.
I'm gonna leave that one. But I get what you mean.
I'm leaving
and not only that, you can love your wife and she'll be dear to you, and then have someone who you don't love as much. So does that then mean it's okay
to do what? What's in what context? To say what?
Well, remember what you said with okay, no intercourse, and then Tambi said it's like no, but there shouldn't be rules.
Oh, right.
You
Oh,
you love your partner, so you never do anything.
No, but you know what happens now?
Yeah.
What me time does not excuse you. It's not a free pass on the day that you're not a husband. Guy. Me time is not a free pass that you're not a wife on the day. No. What it is you connecting with yourself. It's not a free pass. It's just you connecting with yourself to say
it's not a free pass.
I like
that's why when we
I like drinking,
going to the golf course.
Yeah,
it's me time.
Yes. It's not a ticket to debauchery.
It's not a ticket to debauchery.
Yeah. So
what are the rules?
The rules are
you're
pretty
allowed
much
to
the
travel. Does it extend beyond one day? You know.
Yeah, it's now up to
because
you.
if you're saying, like for me, I remember in the last episode I was talking about, I would love to, at some point in time, to just go on a sabbatical, where I do not have to work. Not to say anchadas rukshandas that you say no. I'm just taking a break, whether it's 6 months, 12 months, 18, 24. And if I'm pretty much open for a couple of months, and my wife works, if I want to travel, what's the logistics there? Does that?
Yeah, I see it a lot. When we do the seminars that I go to and the retreats, the company retreats and so forth, it's a difficult time for both of us, because I genuinely then after 2-3 days I'm like, I need to go back home. I miss my wife. You know what I mean? It just depends on the level.
Sweet.
For real. It just depends on the level that you are okay with as a couple. Because some couples can say, right, I can go for 4 months. It's not going up at triple.
Yeah.
Some can say that. Because think about it, Magonia drivers. I don't know how many G.
But that's true.
Yeah.
Long.
I'm going to be away for 3 months. I'm now going to my second month.
You see now, you a perfect example is Tavi. And obviously, within that time, you can't go 4 days without talking to Mundo. Every day.
Yeah.
So that you solidify the relationship. Say, no, dude, I haven't moved here. Could you see it?
Yeah.
And all that.
Because I'm still happy.
So it just depends on the level of tolerance you have for being away from each other,
I guess.
Because if you want to do the 6 month,
I think it's like what Ashley said. Every couple is different. There was a time when my wife went away for 6 months when she was in college in SA, and didn't I just get a lot of bashing from family and friends, because when we were together, we understood it. It's important for her personal development, and we're okay with it. But some people, it's not. Some people even just 2 days.
2 days.
My wife cannot go away for 2 days, or husband cannot go away for 2 days. Even if it's personal development, call it whatever you want to call it. It just will not work. So I think every couple is different.
Yeah, that's
you've got to
true.
talk about it between the two of you, and if there are gonna be rules, agree on the rules
before.
Yeah, before you exit.
Because before the opportunity comes, just Karamato will run out. Okay.
Before the opportunity comes. Yes.
If A is equal
so
to
that
X,
it don't seem like you're holding someone
because an opportunity that is mostly good for you, but not everyone else. It's like, but baby, it's obvious.
It's obvious.
But not everybody else. Yes, no, Costa, why don't you come to Italy for a year? But you can't bring your family. You know, there's this and this and this, and it's an opportunity of a lifetime.
And you know,
that could actually end up giving you that 100,000 that you want.
I don't know if you've ever watched. It's like an old movie, but it's very interesting. It was. It's called Eyes Wide Shut.
Filmia was on another level. That was the mind F of
I need to find it.
It's now on Netflix.
I've heard a lot about it.
It's now on
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's now on Netflix. So
Flip, let me write it down. I gotta watch this
you have
tonight.
So there's a part where they were having an argument, husband and wife, and he's like a doctor, and like their relationship was just weird because it opens, these guys are at a party, and when it starts they look like they're happy couple and love each other, you know, but then when they go to this party, this guy is flirting with chicks and looks like he's about to go and have like a threesome or something, and then on the other hand the wife is flirting with some guy and looks like she's about to go upstairs with him. Both situations don't pan out, and there's a time when they start discussing the party. Say you're Pepe with those chicks, what was going on, you know? And then the chick is like, look, the guy's like, look, apana diri, you know, I don't have any feelings or emotions towards, you know, those people, and I love you. You're committed to me and what. Then he was like, look, she was like, you're making an assumption that just because you were skuda, munu or kudila na iye haskudao. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be a doctor and you are examining someone. What's to say that that person is not getting feelings by you touching them?
Right.
You know. So when we bring it back to what we're talking about, I think panoda kungwarira papa when it's free time. I know Tampi is saying, oh, I can have female friends who I talk to for. You are saying you don't have feelings. What's to say the other person you're talking to does not feel
something
a little
they
extra?
Do. They do. I'm a hot ass, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Guess who's back?
It just comes back to maturity, guys. You gotta
lula
being mature.
guys.
Remember, it's about being mature. Because it's your me time doesn't mean that you are on. It's like being at work. You can be on leave, right? But you still work for this company.
Do you trust yourself
because
that much?
I've gone on leave doesn't mean that I'm not a husband anymore and I'm not a father anymore.
But
do I trust myself?
Exactly. How much do you
completely? Completely. Completely.
Yeah, you have to. You have to have conviction.
Completely.
Do you know what?
I didn't get to 43 by mistake.
Shamwari unogona udona kana mangwana chae kana nafti stopedza podcast. And who knows, maybe
100%, I'm not,
even just now, maybe there's someone sitting on your bed
in that hotel room,
filing their nails. When is this nigga going to be done?
No, I totally get you. I'm not a saint, and I'll never be. So I'm not saying anything will never happen. But what I'm saying, remember what I was talking about, how couples are different. If she's uncomfortable with it, then I should stop. Because she comes first.
It's
about your relationship with your
the
partner.
way I'm getting this discussion is that it's important to have me time for both of us.
Yes.
So whether we...
Yes, it is.
One party likes it or not, it's something that is essential for the relationship to be long, you know, and enjoyable. So I feel like that is not even a question. It has to be there. The only problem is
it has to be there.
It depends on maka cancel or nani pa marriage. Did you get the counseling? because kana musina, then that's another thing. And also, if you have gotten on counseling and then the information you're given is the only me time you need is you going into a mountain to pray.
and when you're going to the mountain to pray, you're praying for marriage.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're only praying for marriage.
Man,
I love that, man. You guys are crazy. Oh, flip.
No, as it is important, like what Costa says, as it is, it's important. It's in. You must chalk it off as the same thing as spending time with your. It has to be the same.
Yeah.
Because now you have to make time to spend
together.
Yes,
because ungati washkedula yako wega. But isusu atina date night.
Atina. Yeah.
Atina date night.
That needs to be
100%.
Yeah. No, it feels healthier that. But you know what? Our Balis used to have this, but there never used to be a label for it.
Okay, explain.
Because my dad did the same thing. He used to have certain. He had what's the day? It was Saturday. Every Saturday.
Kubora kubawa.
Yeah. Regardless of whatever, everybody knew at the house the Bali is not going to be at the house on Saturday. He's going to wake up at a certain time. He's going to want his car washed. His cooler box. He's got his favorite beverage in there and his ice and everything. It's too sad up then. So it was no 9 bells. And he's a happy, chappy guy. I don't know. Anyway, that's another discussion. But he came
9
back.
9 p.m. Oh, it's a good guy.
Yeah, 9 p.m. You come back and his mood and demeanor, regardless of whatever happened, will be better. And he's laughing. He's talking to his wife in the kitchen. And And from there, it just was his day.
Yeah.
And the old queen had her day. Sundays, don't leave her alone. Don't stress her out. Leave her alone. Those kind of scenarios. So we never used to have a label for it, but I'm sure it's something that people do.
Yeah.
But then you see now some other people.
And that's what kept those relationships together.
Yeah. Some other people have me time every day though. Yeah, but anyway, team knows a complainer, imagine. Every day, Mdara.
You see now,
12.
Every day is me time.
Every day is
That's not fair now.
I guess now,
that's not fair.
A debate because it's like the people who get into marriage, not understanding what it is.
Getting in there for the quote unquote wrong reasons.
Yeah. Where you should have just dated and no one would have. Yeah.
But the pressure, societal pressure. I don't go date him when I was 5 years ago. I think I'll talk pressure. Hey.
Because also imagine if it's your daughter. What
does he want to do? Is he serious?
I guess in conclusion, it's that not every couple is the same. But I think we all agree that me time is important. And me time is just like going on leave, to reboot. But it doesn't mean that you stop being a father and you stop being a husband. You're still that same guy. You just need a reboot. Some time alone by yourself. And me time can be every day.
Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And remember, we just say.